Let's look at the real drivers of the cost of living crisis in this country. Housing, home prices, and rent have exploded. Housing costs hit an all-time high in the spring of 2024. Nearly half of U.S. renters now spend over 30% of income on a roof that's not temporary inflation. That's a crisis. Wages, workers' pay hasn't kept up. Wage growth has not been large enough to account for these price increases. The federal minimum wage is still $7.25 per hour, over a decade old. Real wages for most households are stagnant or just barely inching up while prices leap. And let's talk about retail markups. Remember when corporate CEOs bragged about pricing power? It wasn't just talk. An EPI analysis found rising profit margins explained over 40% of the price hikes between the late 2019 and mid 2022, compared to only 11% historically. In short, companies flat out raised prices whenever they could rather than cut profits. Corporate profits are the dirty little secret. Recent research shows profits accounted for 53% of inflation in mid 2023. Let's talk about credit and usury deregulation. Ever notice how every store wants you on a credit card with a 20 to 30% interest rate? That's no accident. Since the 1978 Marquette decision, banks have decimated state usury laws. Citibank fled to low regulation South Dakota and Bank of America to Delaware, then mailed high interest credit cards nationwide. The result, lenders can gouge you on interest with impunity. Inflation on credit card debt and payday loans is a hidden tax on working people that never gets talked about enough.